Clean Recovery Center in Tampa takes a much different approach from traditional recovery programs. Back today to discuss a new epidemic here in the U.S. are Shane Sunholm and Austin Cooper. Good morning, gentlemen. Good to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Good morning.
So yeah, we're talking about a huge issue that's not only here in the Bay Area, but really across the country. You were saying it is absolutely an epidemic. Tell us what this is, what our community is facing these days.
Yeah, the federal government has now actually come out and declared a state of emergency, a national state of emergency with the opioid epidemic. And, you know, being in the treatment business, we see people dying every day. It's very, very sad.
So explain why this is. How did we let ourselves get to this point where literally it's an emergency situation now?
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with stigma attached to the disease. And I think the question is, you know, how much worse does it have to get? How many more hundreds of thousands of people have to die from this before you know, we change our thinking about the disease and what we're going to do about it?
Well, and we're going to talk a little bit more about stigma in the next time that you guys are here, but talk about ages, you know, that are dealing with. It seems like communities of all different race, backgrounds. I mean, nobody is safe from this. Is this what you guys are seeing, Austin?
Absolutely. In high schools, I mean, we're seeing a complete change in the types of drugs used opposed to when I was in high school 10 years ago. And the availability of these drugs, people can get, unfortunately, on their PlayStation.
There was a black market for that. I mean, I had no idea how easily for young kids to get their hands on this.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, kids are using their Xbox and PlayStation, something as simple as that, to have a package delivered to their door without their parents knowing what it is, and going back to the room, opening up, and using those drugs without knowledge to anybody.
So what does you and your team do at this point? You know, we know this is a crisis. We know that communities need help. How is it that you guys are able to step in and change the course of this? I mean, families are desperate.
Yes, they are very desperate. There's a number of things that we're trying to do. We're trying to get involved as much as we can now at a community level, education-wise and so forth, help as many people get into treatment as possible, whether it's with us or someplace else. And also with our social media efforts, we're building a stronger and stronger campaign, you know, so people understand that there's help available. Indeed, this is a disease. It's not a moral issue.
Yeah.
And it's something that we've got to tackle. It's a very, very serious situation.
Austin, what say you? I mean, how do we start to change this course? This is going to it's going to take some time to change this because the situation is so dire, but.
Well, we need more people standing out and speaking out. You know, that's something that I've been able to do for the past couple of years throughout my own recovery, and really just smash the stigma that I once had and spread that awareness. And so social media has been the best form of really getting that out there for me, and it's really gone to an international level. And I think the more of us who really put effort into doing this, the better. So.
And education, again, I think there's so many things maybe parents don't realize. How soon can you get addicted to this? I mean, how many times does it take?
Well,
immediately.
Immediately? I mean,
Yeah.
is that the
For
short
me, it was
answer?
immediate.
yeah, absolutely. You know, children are exposed to this stuff at parties now with opioids and meth and crack and that type of thing.
Yeah.
In the same way that when I was young, there was alcohol and marijuana. It's that readily available. And with
Scary.
this stuff, you try it and you're hooked.
Well, again, we're going to have you guys back soon to talk about the stigma, which I think is very important to address. Thank you for everything that you and your team are doing to help, again, turn this curve.
Well, thank you for
and
having
we
us.
look forward to seeing
Thank
you
you.
again soon. If you or a family member is struggling with this, want to get some questions answered, they're always open. There's the number to call. They're, again, on social media as well, and their website as well, too.